In this live stream, I'm gonna be talking to you guys about the implementation of Denuvo anti-cheat, anti-temper DRM in the Gotham Knights game. Let's get started. A whole lot of people had been liking Gotham Knights as a game, as a sequel to Batman Arkham Origins, but the game is now plagued with Denuvo DRM. If you do not know what I'm talking about, Denuvo is an anti-consumer DRM. It plagiarizes the performance of the game. It hampers the performance of the game. It severely impacts the performance of the game. A whole lot of people on Reddit are discussing about this game only, and let's see what these people are discussing about. Well, Gotham Knights has Denuvo. This was the article published in a subreddit of Reddit basically, and let's quickly read what they have to show. So, a dude is saying, is it just me or the graphics and animations are worse than Arkham Knight? The city looks less detailed also. So one dude is saying that the city is looking less detailed comparatively to the previous generations of this game. And one dude is replying to him, animations definitely look worse, but graphics are absolutely an upgrade. Not a big one into the since Knight was. So these people are literally discussing about everything about the game without the launch of the game basically. Probably they have not seen the official gameplay and anything, but still these are their opinions. And one dude is also saying, look at the gameplay of Arkham Knight with this game side by side. You will see that it is the complete opposite of an upgrade. The game's Gotham looks dead like a Batman. So the game is now getting a little bit of backlash, and please let me know guys, what do you guys think about the backlash this game is getting. So this is literally a bad news for Gotham Knights developers, because only of a certain implementation of DRM like Denuvo, people are not only giving this game a backlash, but they are also criticizing this game. Let's quickly go to the Steam page basically guys, and let's quickly go over here. Let's go over here, pre-purchase it on Steam basically. Let's quickly see what is actually going on over here in the Steam page of this Gotham Knights game. I'm very excited to see what people are discussing about. And basically guys, this Gotham Knights game is literally a AAA title, and when AAA titles have Denuvo, the performance impact is very large. As we have seen with Assassin's Creed Origins, the performance impact it had was absolutely disastrous. So now guys, we are in the official page of the Steam, and one thing I am disliking about the Warner Bros company is that there are still 13 days available, only 13 days available since the game will gonna be launching, but we still do not have any sort of system requirements. So what does it mean? Is the developers of Gotham Knights hiding something from us? Would the system requirements be on higher side? Probably that's why they haven't released the system requirements yet. While on the other hand, they are forcing all of us to pre-order the game. They are requesting all of us to pre-order the game. They are releasing a whole lot of new trailers, making the mood of the gamers to actually pre-order the game. But what about those gamers, those have literally a GTX 1050 or GTX 1063 GB? Will these gamers be purchasing the game? Looks likely, because the game is getting a whole lot of advertisement and commercial from big channels like IGN and so on. But the sad thing is, nobody is talking about this thing, that the system requirements are not out yet. So I do not know which people had pre-ordered this game. Probably they are the ones having a RTX 3060 or 3070, who knows, because budget gamers, as far as budget gamers are concerned, I do not think any budget gamer will gonna be pre-ordering this game without even knowing the system requirements. If you do not know, a whole lot of games like Need for Speed, Uncharted and everything, which are scheduled to release this month, followed by the Need for Speed when it will be gonna be coming in December, those games literally have their system requirements out for literally weeks. But this game has only 2 weeks to launch, but still there are no official system requirements released yet. So what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the live chat. And now I will be just hovering around this Reddit post, and I will be reading some of the comments people are making about this game basically. I'm not experiencing the quality of Rocksteady games and presume a gem for patient games. So this dude is telling all of us that we should all wait for the another games. We should just not go for this game as of now. So he's saying that go to r/patient gamers, where gamers literally wait for around months to get hands on to this. Samir is hello Samarth and Samir, welcome to the live chat. First of all, what's going on? And let me just turn on the display capture, and let me just turn it over here. 1050 Ti will be supported. Yes, 1050 Ti is a bare minimum requirement guys for most of the games these days, and I think 1050 Ti will be obviously supported. But the major thing is that if we just go over here and if we see the system requirements, they are not officially out yet. Everybody knows 1050 Ti will be supported, but for which resolution? We have seen games like Resident Evil Village, which recommends 1050 Ti probably for 1080p 60 fps if we set the setting to prioritize performance mode. But on the other hand, if I just go over here and if I just go to Steam, let's go to Call of Duty. Same thing the Call of Duty developers are doing, guys. They have not disclosed the system requirements yet, while on the other hand they are releasing all sort of trailers and everything without revealing the system requirements. And have you guys seen the recent trailer for Call of Duty PC, the Call of Duty PC trailer of Modern Warfare 2? They were literally playing the game on a 24 GB VRAM card. So do they expect all of us to have a 24 GB VRAM graphic card? But the thing is, the game is launching in a couple of weeks, similar to Gotham Knights, and there are no system requirements officially available for this game as well. I'm talking about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 right now. So the thing is, guys, if I just compare the release dates, basically it is coming on October 28th, the day when Shadows of Rose DLC will gonna be coming. But still the system requirements are not out yet. Quite weird, isn't it? And secondly, there is no official information available, guys, for any sort of DRM. So we do not know which DRM Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 will gonna be using. We are just hopeless about it as of now, because majority of the companies, guys, tell about the DRM in their last days. Basically when the game will gonna be launching, they just tell about the DRM. Same happened with Dying Light 2. Samir is saying, any update about Plague Tale system requirements? Not yet, bro. Let's search for it. Let's search for a Plague Tale. So this is the game, right? First one. So yeah, let's go. So I do not know why companies are not releasing the system requirements. I think this has become the new norm, and I think we all should get pretty much adjusted with the system requirements. Do not expect it to be lower than the GTX 960. Every AAA title launching this year will gonna be having Summer Gen. First of all, welcome, and secondly, the Cricket 22, as far as that game is concerned, Big Ant is literally suing all other channels, sending them legal strikes who talk about the piracy of the game. Even our channel suffered from that, and I will recommend you, if the Cricket 22 game is in sale, please wait for that and purchase the game in the sale, because whoever is pirating that game is facing a whole lot of issues with their Windows itself. Sometimes it starts raining in game, sometimes some weird things happen in Cricket 22. You can check the official page of Cricket 22, Big Ant Studios, and head Ross, I think Rossman is his name. So he's literally backlashing a whole lot of pirates, and somewhat I agree with him as well, because as far as the funding and development costs are concerned, for Cricket 22 at least, we just have to accept it, guys, that Cricket 22 is not, the company behind Cricket 22 is not a very big company like EA or Ubisoft. So that's why they want you to purchase the game anyway through. You can either purchase in sale or you can just purchase it at normal prices. And secondly, guys, we are here in the Modern Warfare 2 page. Okay, let's go. So this was the game, right, which will gonna be coming. Yes, system requirements are not out yet. It is saying to be announced. So yes, guys, we were on the system requirements. So be it any game, Gotham Knights or a Plague Tale, the system requirements. Okay, so luckily, guys, this game does not have any sort of third-party DRM. It requires an agreement to third-party EULA. So a whole lot of games we have seen in the past, a whole lot of AAA games had Denuvo, which literally hampered the performance of many games. Even Assassin's Creed Valhalla had some sort of performance issues. And even my GTX 1650 was not able to run the game smoothly at high settings, while it was still capable in 2020 to run a 2020 game at high settings. And Samarth is saying, any news of Ghost of Tsushima release on PC? Currently, bro, there is no such news, but it might come basically. And do you know God of War Ragnarok might come to PC? The chances are very strong. There's a dude named Sumit Charismatic. He has made a video. Go check his channel out. He has made a video on that. But yes, God of War Ragnarok might come to PC. Let it first launch on the PS5 first. But yes, news is very strong, guys, that God of War Ragnarok is coming. As far as the Ghost of Tsushima is considered, we do not have any official news for that, but currently I think we should not expect a whole lot of games as of now, because a whole lot of games are already coming, like The Last of Us, and even in this month Uncharted is coming. So we should actually focus more on these games first, and that's actually a great news, guys, that these things are coming, these PlayStation ports are coming. And the best thing I like about these ports is that they do not have any sort of DRM, so the performance will be very much optimized. The performance will be according to your hardware. If your hardware is powerful, if your hardware is mid-range, you will still get good FPS, not like other games which had Denuvo and you had to sacrifice 5 or 10 FPS. Miles Morales release date. Samir, I think Miles Morales might come in the month of December. Let's quickly search for it. Spider-Man Miles Morales. Okay. Let's see whether it is officially mentioned on Steam or not. Let's go over here. So the system requirements for this game, Spider-Man Miles Morales, are already out. And one thing I obviously like that they have already disclosed the system requirements. Fall 20. I think, yeah, bro, it's in December 2022. Do not get your hopes very high. Wait until December. And I think they are saying fall 2022. They might release in the month of November or December. We do not have any official date right now, but yes, they are saying fall 2022, and we know that there are only 2 months left, so I think we should wait for December. And the system requirements for this thing are also starting from a GTX 950. So GTX 950 is having 2 GB of VRAM, I think. So the system requirements for this game is very much optimized, and this game, Spider-Man Miles Morales, looks absolutely fabulous, guys. So I think that's the reason the companies the Call of Duty and this thing Gotham Knights are not releasing system requirements. Basically, these games do have, probably, I think Call of Duty might not have Denuvo, but it will be having some sort of activation DRM always. But the reason behind these companies like Warner Bros not releasing the system requirements timely, probably because of the Denuvo, guys. The system requirements gets adjusted accordingly if the game has any sort of DRM, because we all know that DRM is just a CPU hogger. It hogs much of CPU resources compared to the original version of the game or the Denuvo free version of the game. Okay. If I just scroll down, guys, and if I just see what else is going on. Obviously 16 GB RAM and a SSD is recommended to all of you guys. If you do not have a SSD, I think everybody watching this live stream will be having a SSD installed in their PC. And secondly, 16 GB RAM, 16 GB dual channel RAM is always recommended to get the max FPS out of your existing hardware. And at least i5 8th generation is required according to me. But they are also recommending you can have a i5 4670 at 3.4 gigahertz and blah blah blah. But still, at least you guys should be having a hexa-core CPU if you are trying to purchase a new PC. And let's go over here, guys, and let's see one more game, which is the new Need for Speed game, Need for Speed Unbound. I am literally thinking that, guys, Need for Speed, I do not have very high hopes from a new Need for Speed game, although they haven't teased a whole lot of things about this game. This game is coming also in the month of December, so December will be the month where a whole lot of new games will gonna be making its way. November, I do not know much games releasing in November, but yes, the month of October, specifically this month basically, and the month of December will gonna be major as far as PC gaming is concerned. So we are over here, guys, in Need for Speed, and if I go here in Need for Speed and if I scroll down, I will be showing you guys the system requirements. So this will be a AAA title basically from Electronic Arts, and the system requirements are like a AAA title as well. The minimum requirement starts from a RX 574 GB. They have not mentioned the VRAM, but considering 1050 Ti, I think the minimum system requirement for Need for Speed is this 1050 Ti. So if you have anything below 1050 Ti like 960 or anything, I do not think that you might get the best experience. They haven't mentioned the resolution, so I think for 1080p these are the minimum system requirements. A 1050 Ti with i5 8600, so you can play this game at medium to low settings, and the recommended are RTX 2070. So that's the new norm, guys, as we were already discussing, that if you guys want to play any game, any AAA title, you must at least be having a 1050 Ti or at least a 960. Anything below that might cause random stuttering in the game. And now let's quickly go over here, and now let's actually browse Steam basically, and let's see what else is going on. We have seen Call of Duty. Let's see what is going on for Resident Evil Village Winter's Expansion DLC, or we can just go to Uncharted basically, or we can else browse for The Last of Us. everybody is waiting for that game. So let's search over here. Okay, wait a second. Let's see the DRM information about the Need for Speed Unbound game. It requires you to agree with the Electronic Arts account as always. It is incorporating a third-party DRM, not Denuvo, but EA Online activation. Okay, one DRM is here, and Origin client software installation is required. So if you do not know what is Origin client software installation, this is also a third-party DRM, and it was used way back in Assassin's Creed Origins, the last game I can remember using this. So this is also incorporating a third-party DRM, and it is unlikely that this game would crack on day one. So gamers should not be waiting very excitedly for these games. If they are willing to pirate it, basically they either have to purchase the game or just look for alternatives accordingly. And do you guys think Forza Horizon 5 and other Forza games came out to be as a great alternative to these Need for Speed games? We all knew that the latest Need for Speed games were not as popular as the Forza series. So please let me know in the comment section whether you guys think the same or not. So we were searching for, okay, so we are now here in the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection, guys, and it is launching on October 19th. Holy man, this month is literally very exciting. Since the second week of October, we will be seeing a whole lot of games where yes, we are just waiting, and we are very excitedly waiting for these games. So let's see the system requirements. Again, it starts from a GTX 960 4GB VRAM GPU. For most of the AAA titles, 4GB VRAM, guys, is just must have. 4GB VRAM. You cannot just expect to game on a GPU which is having 2GB of VRAM, and even 3GB VRAM 1060 might get outdated. I have not seen the benchmarks of 10GB 1060, so it might not be the best option in 2022. If you just have it, you can just probably try to sell it or look for a RTX 3050 8GB VRAM PC version basically. So the Legacy of Thieves collection is having a 1060 as the recommended system requirement or a RX 570 as a recommended system requirement. What does it mean? GTX 1650 is very similar to RX 570, although RX 570 4GB VRAM version is slightly ahead of 1650. I'm talking about the PC version, but yes, so I think this will be a very much optimized game, guys, Uncharted Legacy of Thieves for PC, and I think I can game on my 1650 at 1080p at high settings very easily. I'm sure, because even we have played the God of War game at original settings very easily. Now let's quickly take a look at The Last of Us. The Last of Us is currently probably not available on Steam. Yep, I think it is not available on Steam. I think I should just instead look for Epic Games. Pre-purchase Uncharted. Okay, so now we are in the Epic Store. I will be opening the Epic Store, guys, and I will gonna be discussing about the new games coming to Epic Store basically. Okay, so we go here. The content is unavailable. Okay, fine, not a problem. Gonna be refreshing once again. And other than that, guys, this year has been amazing so far for gaming. We have seen amazing games from the start of this year. Instead of Dying Light 2, basically Dying Light 2 was just not as much successful as other games launched for PC this year, like God of War. God of War literally got a whole lot of attention from gamers. A whole lot of people liked it, and that's the reason this game might come very soon, guys. I'm talking about the God of War successor, Ragnarok. Yes, it is launching for PlayStation 5 very soon, but it might make its way for PC as well. But do not expect it to come in a few months. Basically, it will at least take 1 year. So I'm very excited for God of War Ragnarok. That was the game I literally enjoyed by heart, and I never played Dying Light 2, but a whole lot of people complained that they are not liking it. They wanted a refund and everything. So Dying Light 2 was a failure this year, but games like Elden Ring and everything surprised all of us with its difficulties and everything. So Uncharted is here on Steam. I'm looking for The Last of Us. Is it available on Epic Games, guys? Let me know. And yep, we all are excited for Uncharted, buddy. And I think the system requirements are also very neatly organized by the company. So we can see that the 1060 is recommended and 570 is recommended. So as far as I can just extrapolate, 570 is very much equivalent to 1650. So I think I can, and we all gamers can easily enjoy this game on our PC. But on the other hand, if we just see the system requirements for games like Need for Speed and anything, they are coming to PC with their third party DRM. And glad that these PlayStation ports are coming this year only, because I think there are 4 PlayStation ports which literally came this year. One is the God of War, second one is this game Spider-Man, and third Spider-Man is also coming, the Miles Morales version. Fourth is this Uncharted Legacy of Thieves, and fifth game is The Last of Us, might come probably this year. And yes, I think these 5 PlayStation ports are great. I think this was a great management by the PlayStation company, that they are porting their games to PC. Because I am liking the optimization of these games. First of all, as we have played God of War, the game ran perfectly fine even on mid-range GPUs like 1050 Ti, and even on 1650 players were enjoying a whole lot of this game. But on the other hand, what I am disliking about these companies like Warner Bros and everything, they are releasing their games. Fine, they are releasing their games, but they are using Denuvo DRM. On top of that, they are urging you to purchase their game, pre-purchase their game without even disclosing the official system requirements. So how the hell I would just make my mind to purchase this game if I just do not know about the system requirements? While companies like Electronic Arts already released the trailers for their game while disclosing the system requirements. So this is the thing I am not liking about the companies like Warner Bros. Even Activision did not just roll out the system requirements for its flagship release, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. So we gamers can just wait, and I do not recommend anybody pre-ordering these games which do not have official system requirements rolled out yet. So let's quickly go to Epic Games, and yes, this is the Legacy of Thieves collection system requirements on Epic. Let's see if we have some more information. i7-4770, a very popular CPU, is in the recommended list. As always, okay, we have a new information, guys. Over here we have the performance goals, which was not listed on Steam. So the performance goals are as follows for Uncharted Legacy of Thieves. So they are saying if you want to play the game at 30 fps 720p video, I cannot tolerate to play any game on 720p 30 fps on medium settings. I cannot tolerate playing any game like this basically. So if I have a GTX 960, I will have to play this game on these settings recommended by officially developers. So basically these developers just try to scare you that you will have to play the game on 720p 30 fps for the decent experience. But this is obviously not true. Players obviously tweak the best settings for 1080p as well. So people just the companies, the developers listing performance goals like this is not obviously true. They are obviously performing much better in real life scenarios. Secondly, the performance goals for the 1080p setting are as follows. I must be having a 6GB VRAM 1060 to enjoy the game at high settings 30 fps basically. Same goes with the RX 570. So these are the system requirements, guys, and we had a nice discussion today in this live session about the system requirements. Is 1650 enough, or is 4GB VRAM enough in 2022 and the upcoming years? Probably I think if you have a 4GB VRAM 1650, it might be enough until 2024, but after 2024, first of all, the support by Nvidia will gonna be ending, so there will be no drivers maintained. Secondly, the major AAA titles will gonna be more hardware demanding. Like if GTA 6 rolls out, it will be comparatively much more hardware demanding. Okay, so let me just quickly turn on the live chat, guys, and let me just keep it over here. And thanks a lot for joining the live session first of all, and let me just keep it over here to read it properly. So let me just quickly read it. It's RKT saying, I have a RTX 3060. It's a beast of a GPU. Let me know how much did you spend on your PC, or do you have a laptop? I think you are saying i7-12700H, so I think you might have a laptop. So congratulations for that first of all, and let me know and let all of us know how much did you spend on this laptop. Devil is saying, bro, can you attach no bro, basically we cannot do piracy. Basically FitGirl is a piracy website, guys, and I cannot literally talk about it on YouTube, at least basically. So you can just Google it or just watch some more videos. And piracy is basically, YouTube is highly restricting pirated content. Even if somebody just records it, me telling the name of critical website, YouTube will strike my channel immediately, and we have suffered it multiple times, so I won't be doing that mistake again. Hope you understand. And secondly, it's a laptop, 140 watt or 1.3 lakh INR. So basically, I was the fool who spent 70,000 in 2020 on the 1650 laptop paired with a i5 9300H. At that time, I did not had literally any knowledge. I literally regret doing that sort of decision, and I did not have any knowledge about PC and laptops during 2020 lockdown. So I just made my mind, hey, why not purchase a gaming laptop? It's lockdown. Let's not enjoy games. Why not? So I googled it up. I opened Amazon and ordered it. So probably that was not a good purchase. In 2020, I might have gotten literally a 2060 basically very easily in that budget. So yeah, that was the thing. So we were talking about this DRM and everything, guys, but other than that, yeah, not a problem, my friend. MLC Gamer is saying, can I ask was okay, how can you say 1050 Ti is not supported? Abhilash Kumar, welcome to the live stream. First of all, we are questioning it. We are not giving a statement basically. And secondly, guys, if I just go here, so first of all, one thing is, guys, that 1050 Ti is the minimum system requirement these days for more modern AAA titles. We have seen Resident Evil Village recommending 1050 Ti as a system requirement minimum. At least you will be needing a 1050 Ti. So 1050 Ti not supported is just a question, not a statement. And secondly, games like Gotham Knights and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 have not still released the official system requirements. So we are speculating in this live session, why are they just making such things? Because even Gotham Knights, the game is releasing in next 13 days, after 13 days, so they have still not released the official system requirements. Let's search for Gotham Knights once again over here, and let me just show you once again. And secondly, 1050 Ti is still supported for most of the games. Even GTX 960 is supported for most of the games. But the major question is, will they be supported in 2023? Suppose it's December 2023 right now, and will 1050 Ti be the minimum requirement for most of the games? Probably yes. Basically, a whole lot of system requirements are increasing due to modern ray tracing effects, modern lightning effects, and obviously the new RTX 40 series is announced. So obviously we will be seeing a rise in the minimum system requirements for most of the games. I'm talking about Gotham Knights basically, guys, specifically in this live stream, that first of all, the game is having Denuvo, and I think the games which have Denuvo, the system requirements are adjusted accordingly. If I go to the official Resident Evil website, guys, residentevil.com/village. So these companies, okay, that was a wrong one, that was a typo. So here we go again. So I was talking to you guys about the system requirements. Well, basically, if a game has Denuvo or any heavy DRM, the system requirements gets updated accordingly. We have seen major games running absolutely fine without any issues, but with the games having Denuvo, the system requirements are obviously on the higher side. So that's the thing. I do not basically support Denuvo because of the higher system requirements and the lagging and the stuttering overall issues. So let's open the live chat. Let's keep it over here. And yep, let me just quickly read it. Arcade is saying COD Modern Warfare 2 is unplayable, at least visibility gets completely destroyed. Yep, exactly. I can agree with you. It's Arcade basically, because I've even played Far Cry 6 on my 1650, and it just did not run very well. As far as I can tell you guys, it did not run well. Far Cry 6. Yes, the game was smooth, but even on ultra settings, I can just experience jitteriness in graphics. The frames and everything was not rendered properly, and that's the reason they have released a HD textures pack which was supported on higher GB VRAM GPUs. So that's the thing, guys. The games are these days, I think the company is not optimizing the games properly for these mid-range GPUs. Basically, they are partnering with Nvidia and AMD, optimizing the games for RTX, DLSS and everything. I do not think the developers and the game makers pay special attention to optimizing the games for mid-range PCs. And secondly, I think there is no incentive for them to do the same as well. They are making more profit optimizing the games for ray tracing, DLSS and everything. Even these days, even with RTX 40 series, the newer technology DLSS 3.2 is coming. We have seen already the RTX 4090 benchmarks, guys. the Nvidia teaser basically. So I think we budget gamers, specifically the 1650 and 1050 Ti users, should be happy for a couple of years at the max. And if we are willing to upgrade, we should at least wait for 2 or 3 years, because upgrading right now from a 1650 or a 1050 Ti might not be a best choice considering the GPU prices. And yes, somebody was asking recently in the live chat. Yep, David, I will gonna be sharing my Discord in the next one. Currently, I'm not logged in to my PC via Discord, so I cannot share the link over here. But in my next video, you will be finding the link in the description. And from my upcoming live streams, I will be just pinning my Discord link, so you guys can communicate yourself and with me in Discord servers. Yeah, thanks for the recommendation, Devil. And if I just read one more comment over here, is yep, actually, guys, the thing is that it's arcade. Sorry, I missed your comment, my friend. See, if developers are confident with the quality of their game, they would never use Denuvo. Compromises use Denuvo, grab cash. Yeah, exactly. Well said. Okay, let's quickly refresh it over here. Yeah, sure, I will gonna be doing that. So let's quickly move on, guys. Let's go to Reddit and let's see what people are actually talking about. We have seen a couple of comments while we just started this live session, and all the AAA games have Denuvo, excluding PlayStation games, of course, Fallout 4, and people are just listing the games and everything. I know that I'm saying that they don't use Denuvo. Okay, fine. So people are also comparing the Batman Arkham Knights with this game. I think this is pretty much ridiculous as of now, because we haven't got our hands on this game. Although we have seen a couple of gameplay videos. Okay, so we are over here in the Resident Evil Village official section. So let's go here. So yes, the Winter's expansion DLC. Let's quickly change the topic, guys. Let's move on to Resident Evil Village. I know most of the people have enjoyed Resident Evil Village, and a whole lot of people were attached to the story from the Biohazard. But now I think Resident Evil franchise is going back to its roots. Yep, I think it's going back to its roots, guys, the Resident Evil franchise. Let me just quickly smaller it up so that it might not create any hindrance. Let's quickly hide it. Okay, let's keep it over here. Fine. Now let's go over here, guys, and let's talk about Resident Evil Village Shadows of Rose DLC. The storyline have been good so far. Now I think after Resident Evil Shadows of Rose DLC, basically officially Capcom has confirmed that the Ethan saga, the Ethan's family saga, will gonna be concluded in this DLC. We have seen literally in trailers Duke becoming the villain and everything. So I'm very excited what's going on with Duke and everything. If you have played Resident Evil Village, you can probably relate to me right now what I'm talking about. But other than that, the Mercenary trailer is also coming. We can finally play as Lady D, we can play as the Heisenberg, we can just have a whole lot of fun, guys, now. But yes, the base version is required if you want to play the new DLC, so you must have already purchased the base version of the game. The PS4 version can be upgraded to the okay for few whatever. So we are going to take a look at the official PC system requirements. I think that's gonna be absolutely same even for the Shadows of Rose DLC. The game is absolutely the same, but one thing I'm concerned about is probably the performance. And I have played the latest version of Resident Evil 2 remake, all those DX12 versions basically, and the performance was trash. Basically the performance was degraded. I do not know why the hell a company could do like this, and how the hell they could do like this. And obviously they were forced to provide one another patch fix update for the gamers who were demanding the original DX11 version, to just give them a choice. So yes, all of the games, the 3 games got the update, basically Resident Evil 2, Biohazard, and Resident Evil 3 remake. So these 3 games recently got an update about a couple of months ago that introduced new ray tracing effects, the DirectX 12 and everything. But on the other hand, it will compromise the performance basically. So we are here in the village. So the village is basically offering the third-person perspective mode. It will be exclusive for the Shadows of Rose DLC. While on the other hand, the Ethan, we can play as Ethan, the base game, in third person. So I think in third person, while playing any game in third person, CPU usage takes a little bit of hit. So I think the third person perspective will be very exciting. And they never showed us Ethan's face, so that will be exciting as well, guys. So if I just take a look at the system requirements, one thing okay, output resolution and frame rate. Let's take a look at it, guys. It's currently loading. So other than that, what I'm very excited about is, okay, they are saying PS5 4K60. I do not care about PS5. I am caring about PC as of now. So let's go to menu and arena at about. Okay, here we are over here at about section. So if I just go to the purchase section, they will show me the system requirements. So let's go to details, Resident Evil Village Gold Edition. If I pre-order now, I can get the copy today, fine. Third person perspective is here, as I've already told you guys. Third person perspective is here, the Rose DLC is here, Winter's expansion and everything, new mercenaries, reverse game is coming on 20th as well. So coming October 28, 2022, 3 major new features. Okay, so if I just go to purchase the game for PC, I will be prompted to take a look at the system requirements. So yes, it will be very exciting to play as the protagonist, as this one, basically the main protagonist, the old school protagonist, Chris Redfield, in third person mode. That will be very interesting. New stories, the Bloody River. Okay, new stages. It was the Bloody Village. It was basically the old school stuff. Winter's expansion, additional content, the base game is required. Click here for more information. Pre-order. Okay, so let's click to pre-order now. It is available on Steam, Xbox One, PS5 and everything, as always, as any other game are available. If I just go to pre-order, I can probably take a quick look. Let's search for pre-order. Okay, it's a PNG image, I cannot search for it. But other than that, guys, the system requirements are basically same, so there is no point at taking a look at it. But other than that, let's quickly minimize this. And let's quickly talk about other upcoming games, guys. Okay, let's go to Reddit now and let's go to PC gaming /PC gaming. So let's see what people and what the public opinion is about PC gaming at the very moment. PC gaming has always been very interesting. We all have been upgrading our PC, purchasing gaming laptops time to time. Basically, building a PC is the most interesting thing a PC user can do. By PC, I mean here a laptop or PC user both. So in r/PC gaming, let's see what's happening. Any ideas where I may be able to get my hands on one of these bad boys? The Callisto Protocol game length should be around 12-14 hours. Beta pass will add relay value. That's very interesting, guys. How can you forget about this masterpiece? I hope that this game might turn out to be a masterpiece. Basically, we haven't seen a major horror AAA title in the past. We have seen Village, we have played Village, but we are waiting for more horror AAA titles, guys. MLC Gamer is saying I have now Augustus game. Yeah, cool. So let me just go here, guys, and let's go and let's take a look at this. The Callisto Protocol game learned to be around 12-14 hours. Beta pass. Okay, I'm so excited for the game. I only walked the alpha path. Yeah, I can wait for a couple of months. Okay, this dude comment is interesting. He's saying, yeah, I can wait a couple of months after release for it to go on a sale for 20 months after it flops. Lol. What dude is literally cursing? He was saying that, get the fuck out, you weirdo negative person. Man, that was insane. Reddit has always been insane. So Callisto Protocol is might gonna be insane. We do not know much about it, but yes, the trailer was officially out. I hope you guys have seen the trailer for the Callisto Protocol. Also, I think that game is delayed, which was that game Outlast Trials. That will gonna be a major release as well, guys. Probably that is delayed to 2023 because we haven't seen a whole lot of things about this game. I am no longer having fun with games. Why, bro? What the fuck happened? For the past 6 months, I've been losing the fun factor in video games. Played many games, but barely finished anything because I seem to lose interest in the middle. Okay, so I've played Far Cry. The thing is, what the fuck is wrong with this dude is that he's playing the wrong games. If he plays Elden Ring, if he plays other games, other great games, he might not have a whole lot of problems. Everybody disliked this game, Far Cry 6. Nobody have a whole lot of appreciation for Far Cry 6. Instead, if he would have replayed Far Cry 3, it would have been great. Let's see what people are commenting on this. The comment section will be insane for this, guys. And let's quickly take a look. Starclass is saying maybe they will remove the Denuvo. Yeah, well said, my friend. Let me just show the live chat over here. Okay, redeem.exe. Just wait a second. Let me just quickly show the live chat. Yep, it is over here, up and running. And let's quickly do it like this. Yeah, well said. I completely agree with you, my friend. A whole lot of companies we have seen in the past, like the developers of Tomb Raider game, the Denuvo has officially been removed, and a whole lot of games removed Denuvo officially. So yes, we can expect the same to happen. Probably if the game comes to other platforms, it might come without Denuvo. And we have seen other companies in the past removing the game and uploading it on other, and I mean releasing it on other platform with a Denuvo less exe basically. And then basically everything goes viral, games get pirated, people compare Denuvo versus non-Denuvo version, then they appreciate how well the game runs without Denuvo, and then they just start cursing Denuvo basically. That's the whole story, and that's what happens every time when a game comes. But the majority of the part is the how the basically the main thing is about gaming, the modern gaming, how long lasting impact a game just leaves out. We have seen a whole lot of games which just come and goes, which just come and goes, but we have never seen a game which has released recently which has left a long lasting impact. One game was God of War. I liked it the most. And which games do you think that are launching in this decade and are leaving a long lasting impact? Forza Horizon 3 was a great game. Even Forza Horizon 5 was a marvelous game. So these games have a ability to leave a long lasting impact. Let's say 10 years from now, which game would you remember, and which games you will just think, okay, that was the game which released in 20s and that was just very good, was very enjoyable. I got that feeling in God of War. Although I was unable to play a whole lot of games, guys, in the past 2 years. I played Assassin's Creed Origins. That was a decent game. Basically, I never enjoyed any Assassin's Creed game since Black Flag. I enjoyed Unity for the parkour and everything. In Origins, the fighting combat system and everything was not that great, although the story was decent. Bayek as a protagonist was great, but in Odyssey things went bad, terribly bad basically, and even Valhalla, it was probably even worse for most of the people. So with new Assassin's Creed game upcoming, which was recently announced, basically Ubisoft made a whole lot of announcements, guys. Everybody knows Assassin's Creed Mirage is coming. Whole lot of codename games are teased by Ubisoft. A whole lot of mobile games. I think one mobile game was teased. Assassin's Creed setting in Japan is also released, I think. So yes, the future of gaming will be very exciting. But as of now, talking about the present, guys, we are very excited for these games. So let's quickly move on and let's go over here and let's quickly scroll and let's read what these people are saying. Very enjoyable session, guys. I will like to thank all of you for joining the live stream. First of all, it was a very nice discussion talking about Denuvo and the DRM, your PC specs and everything. So people are saying, okay, so let's check out the replies on this Reddit post. Games have been recycling the same concepts for a while. Exactly, that's what I wanted to say. I was just discussing the same thing. Games have been recycling the same concepts for a while now, and it's boring. Take a break. Also check your vitamin D. Yeah, very cool comment. So the thing is, people and specifically gamers are becoming vitamin D deficient. They never step out of their home. They continuously game at night, and basically they are just busy and all sort of gaming and everything. Schools, colleges, and all that stuff. They never spend most of the time with nature. They should have been doing that as well. Probably at least during the weekends. If a very hardcore gamer is going, how do I check my vitamin D? Well, they are literally taking the conversation to the next level now. Take a break, get some air. That's what I've said exactly. We don't have to play them. Try out more genres maybe. Probably nothing. You just need to go to Horizons to okay, yeah, exactly. Play smaller budget games. AAA games were semi back during this time. It's worse right now. Yep, exactly. People are literally commenting decent stuff over here. Probably just burn out a mood shift. Yeah, that I can agree on this as well. Probably that you had just burned out. Far Cry 6, of course you can play it because it's shit. Yeah, that's what we have said when we first of all took a look at this comment basically, guys. Okay, let's go here. Far Cry 6, of course you cannot enjoy it because it's shit, low quality, low effort garbage. Try ignoring those shitty AAA games and play something good. Well, I completely agree with you, amigo. You're not original at all. Yeah, we know Ubisoft is crap. Well, you don't need to be original to see the truth. Ubisoft games aren't even unnecessarily bad, as they are prime example of second game design, every copy paste. Yep, exactly. You're playing bad games. Yeah, that's what we have said, guys. He is just playing bad games, and he could be just burned out as well, or he could be suffering from loneliness. Basically, a whole lot of gamers do not interact with friends other than Discord. They just interact virtually, and that's the reason this dude is probably getting burned out. I do not know what else is just going out in his life, man. It's a major problem these days, guys. People literally interact virtually using Discord, Zoom, and everything. And the thing which happens at the end of the day that they just become antisocial. They just do not interact socially. They just do not go out, and that's the reason they might go antisocial and they just burn out and they just burn out basically. Is Fallout 4 better than PC? Modern Warfare 2 has same no prepaid phone requirement as Overwatch 2. Well, yep, the FIFA game was also plagued with a whole lot of stutters and issues. Not stutters to be honest, but yes, the people were unable to enter the match. And the FIFA reviews, everybody knows, guys, how negative the FIFA reviews were. So, should we actually, hey, yeah, I remember you, my friend. What's going on? It's been a long time. And Rumika, yep, I remember you, my friend. What's going on? And welcome back after a long time. And yep, let's quickly go back to the topic we were discussing. So yes, we were discussing, guys, about the FIFA, the hate FIFA got basically. Let's go to FIFA 23 and let's see the comments. Let's see the reviews people gave out for this game, guys. Yep, FIFA 23 was, I do not have any words for it, guys. The most hated game of this year, most probably because of all sort of issues, bugs, glitches, and people were unable to enter the matches. People are literally pissed off FIFA now. They do not have any hopes from FIFA. They are saying it's the entire copy paste game, and what could you expect from EA? Well, expecting from EA, as far as expecting from EA goes, we now have a new Need for Speed game. I just want a old school experience, at least for one time. For Assassin's Creed game, for EA game, the most popular game of EA, the Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005. I want that kind of experience, and I think these days, due to intensive capitalism, intensive greed to earn money for the big companies, they are not focusing on making good games. They are focusing more on microtransactions, implementing Denuvo, protecting their game from getting pirated. So these are the three main mottos, three major agendas of companies these days. Well, if a game is good, obviously it will get pirated, but it will also get sold enough to make you profit. Say with GTA 5, it's getting profit as well. And that's the thing, guys. If a game is good, a gamer will eventually purchase it and keep it for himself permanently. That's the major thing. As far as we see the FIFA 23, we see mostly negative reviews highlighted in orangish color basically. While on the other hand, we see Resident Evil Village as mostly overwhelmingly positive reviews. If I just go and show you the Resident Evil Village on Steam, probably. Rumika is saying this time NFS Unbound releases with anime, right? I think yeah, probably this. I think they are adapting the cyberpunk approach. Basically, Cyberpunk 2077 was revived due to anime, of course. So I think yes, anime. Everybody loves anime. Who doesn't? A whole lot of people loves anime, and yes, I think the anime will gonna be a major part for Need for Speed, and I think the game might get sold enough because of the anime release. So Winter's expansion DLC. Let's go to Steam, and one thing I liked and I wanted to show you guys about the system requirements and the kind of transparency they maintained. I'm talking about Capcom over here. So when the Resident Evil Village was launched, it was plagued with performance issues, but the developers literally did one thing which was very much hilarious. Who the hell says that even with the highest of specs you are bound to face FPS dropping issues? Well, here we go. If I just zoom in and show you guys, with GTX 1070 which was recommended and the RX 5700 which was recommended, the website shows that the performance might drop in performance intensive scenes. Basically, I'm highlighting it for you guys. That was really hilarious. AMD and 2060 are required for ray tracing, and frame rate might drop in graphic intensive scenes. What the hell does it mean? It does mean that your game is not optimized enough. Hell, take a break for a month or two and optimize your fucking game. This is not tolerable at all. Even having very high spec GPUs and having performance issues, this was not tolerable at all. And Capcom literally, suffered a whole lot of criticism because of this when Resident Evil Village was launched. Go ahead, guys, and see the Digital Foundry comparison. They also criticized the Capcom for releasing such an unoptimized game. They were very intensive performance drops. The FPS went from 100 to 20 during graphically intensive scenes in Resident Evil Village. And yes, I can certainly agree. Yes, performance can drop to 45 FPS to 50 FPS to 60 FPS from 100, but I cannot tolerate performance going below 50 FPS, guys, even for people who have played the game. So Empress came out, a hacker came out, a cracker came out, cracked the game and showed where the problem lied. The problem was within the Denuvo DRM. So enough criticizing this DRM, and we were here in the FIFA reviews. Let's quickly take a look at the chat. Rumika is saying, bro, I am gonna buy a PC. What processor should I pair? Ryzen 5 5600X. Sadly, bro, I think you will have to research more on it. If anybody is watching the stream having a decent knowledge of PC building, please recommend him. And the thing is, guys, and Rumika, the thing is, I am a laptop user as of now, and I do not have a whole lot of knowledge about PC building. So if you are building a PC, I will recommend you to research a little bit yourself. Go out and check the system requirements and get a little bit more knowledge, and then build a PC. And make sure you just see the prices in hand. Sorry, I cannot help you on this topic. Basically, I'm not a PC builder and I do not have a whole lot of knowledge about PC building. But as far I can suggest you the GPU. Okay, he's saying I am gonna buy a PC. What processor should I use? Sadly, I do not know. I think I will recommend you to just watch the comparison of these processors. And let's quickly compare these processors, guys. 5600X versus i5 12. I do not have any idea about these processors, guys, as of now. But I think, Romika, I will suggest you to go for the chipset comparison. Just go to Google and search for the chipset comparison. Compare both of the processors. Check which of them has higher cache. Check which of them has more number of cores, more number of threads. Check which of them runs cooler. Basically, the processors, specifically Intel processors, in terms of laptops, heat way more than the AMD processors. But I do not know what is the thing in PC. So make sure you actually go ahead and research it yourself at the very moment. Let me know which GPU you are trying to use. I think I will be recommending you RTX 3060 because it's just way better than other GPUs. Even it is way better than the RTX 3050 or even the TI. You will yourself see a very good difference. So yes, I think if you let me know which GPU you are trying to pair these processors with. I think as far as the GPU is considered, if you are trying to play games at 1080p and you just do not want to be worried about anything, go for 3060. You can easily game on it, and it is easily a future-proof GPU, guys. So still, let's just refresh the page once again. I think Gotham Knights system requirements will be out probably in a week. That's the last thing I can expect now. It's still 13 days to launch. We still have to wait. RTX 3060, yeah, I estimated it right. Cool. RTX 3060 is my favorite GPU basically for budget gamers. It's definitely a sweet spot. You will not have to worry about anything, even if you are rendering 1440p videos. So I think 3060 is a good choice. I can certainly recommend you GPU, but for CPU, I would like to recommend you for going and researching yourself as of now. So far, guys, in this live stream, to wrap up, we have already discussed much about the Denuvo anti-temper DRM. We have researched, we have talked a whole lot of stuff about the PC specs, which will be the minimum system requirements. Obviously 1050 Ti and 1650 will be the minimum system requirement for the GPUs for AAA titles in the upcoming years. And even if we say this year, 1050 Ti was the system requirement in at least 4 or 5 AAA titles. So let's quickly search about the Callisto protocol, guys, on Steam. Let's see what is going on about the Callisto protocol over here. the Callisto protocol. Okay, let me just fix the typo. CALL, the Callisto protocol. Okay, we have the Callisto protocol pricing over here. And let's see guys, this game is coming on 2nd of December. Okay, the system requirements are not out yet. And the major question is guys, will this game use Denuvo? Will Callisto protocol use Denuvo? Certainly it is not mentioned over here as of now. I think if the game is using Denuvo, they will be mentioning it. Publisher is Krafton, interesting. The publisher behind BGMI or PUBG, cool. And the thing is that the game will gonna be releasing in the month of December. And the thing is, guys, that this game might literally be a very good game, guys. The Callisto Protocol, it's being teased and everything. It's a very refreshing game. We all have been looking for refreshing games in the past, guys. We are tired of games from the companies we know already, and this is a new game by Krafton. We will gonna be very excited for it. And even Starfield is coming, but it is delayed, so I'm a little bit sad for it, guys. Starfield is delayed, so yes, let's hope that it does not get delayed further. A whole lot of games were delayed, guys. Stalker 2, Starfield, a whole lot of games were delayed, and I am just quite silent about it since a long time, because the games getting delayed is a good thing. Basically, if the Cyberpunk 2077 would have had been delayed 1 year or 2 year, the game would have been a hit. But now, as we can see, they are finally stabilizing it from the 1.6 update patch. So companies have finally learned a lesson from the Cyberpunk 2077 disastrous launch, that if the game is unfinished, if the game is having some issues, whether be on the last generation of consoles, developers must take their time, must spend their resources, and just release a polished game. Nobody likes an unpolished game. Nobody will play the game if the game is having a decent storyline but with poor performance. So that's the thing, guys. The Callisto Protocol, everybody is certainly waiting for this game. Why not? But the thing is, the game is currently Denuvo free. Everybody should appreciate it. Smaller companies are, probably resisting from implementing Denuvo. They do not want to get, the performance issues in their newly built game. So that's a good thing in my honest opinion. But the companies like Ubisoft, EA and everything, they continue to use the heavy DRM like Denuvo, because they already have an audience, they already have a fixed number of people who no matter what just purchase the game blindly without even thinking twice. They are just fixed audience, fixed players of their franchise. Basically, if Assassin's Creed game comes out, everybody will gonna be purchasing it. Doesn't matter if it has Denuvo or if hasn't. So I think this should be pretty much it, guys. Thanks a lot for joining the live stream, and I think this should be pretty much it. I will be seeing you in my very next live stream.